YouTubers. So, bank holiday weekend is over, back to work. Had a good brew day on Sunday. Brewed Cameron's Castle Eden Ale, as can be seen there. This is from the Camera Brew Your Own Beers book, which is a very good little book actually for brewing beer. A light, creamy, malty, sweet ale with fruit notes and a mellow, dry bitterness in the finish. Colour 6. So I've not brewed a pale ale before, so it's a good opportunity to give one a go. This sounded quite a nice recipe. It didn't sound too hoppy, but it just sounded like just a very drinkable beer for the summer when it arrives, if it arrives. So not overly strong, 4.2%. Original gravity should be about 1040. Final gravity 1008. Hopefully, I brewed 23 litres of this, so that's 3,380 grams of pale malt, 395 grams of torrefied wheat, 195 grams of white sugar, mashed at 66 degrees Celsius for 90 minutes. Then the boil, 21 grams of target hops at the start of the boil. And then the last 10 minutes, 7 grams of Styrian Goldings and Proto-Flock, 90-minute boil. And I used Ringwood Ale yeast, which I reclaimed from the Black Sheep bitter I brewed not so long ago. So here is a video of me making the yeast starter on the Saturday night, the day before I brewed. So it is Saturday night. I'm going to be brewing a pale ale tomorrow. So this is Ringwood yeast. Looks a bit of a bloody mess at the moment, but that's what I salvaged from the bottom of the fermentation vessel when I brewed the Black Sheep Ale clone Arthur X. So hopefully that will be alright. I'm going to try and make a yeast starter to see if it works. So just boiling up some water now to soften it and to obviously boil away any impurities. And then I'll add some DME to that and add that to the yeast and hopefully get it reproducing. Right, so just adding in the spray malt now. It's medium spray malt. Just a wee bit. There we go, that should do nicely. Just to give it something to bite onto. Very good stir. I think that's mixed in nicely, so I'll just put this in the sink here of cold water. Hope we don't sink. Sink. I'll have to get a wee bit of water out because it's floating around a bit haphazard. No, that's fine. So yeah, it's going to cool that down now and then add it to the yeast. So I've added the spray malt to the yeast and I've given it a good aeration. So yeah, wait for that to hopefully start fermenting. Probably got too much there. Yeast cultivating isn't my strong point yet. I've not really done it before, especially with this Ringwood yeast. It didn't turn out like the Belgian yeast strain. The Belgian yeast strain, you could tell where the yeast was, but this was all sort of gloopy and clumpy, and I wasn't really sure how it's going to go. But oh well, I've made my starter, so we'll see what's happening. You can probably hear the Christmas ale bubbling away. That's down there. Yes, it's been very active today. It's been like this all day. Still, the yeast has got a lot of sugar to get through. Say 1.071 original gravity, and a nice healthy yeast starter. Yeah, very good. Looking forward to trying that in 8 months' time. So that was me making the yeast starter. So on to brew day itself, starting out by weighing the ingredients and getting them put in the Bulldog Brewer for mashing. So that's the additional ingredients weighed out. So there's 200 grams of sugar, 395 grams of torrefied wheat, and 380 grams of pale malt. And then there's a 3 kilogram bag of pale malt there to go into the Bulldog Brewer as well. So yes, let's get the grains into the brewer. So adding the first lot of grains and stuff. Right, let's give this a quick stir in. Got about 16 litres of liquor in there for a 23 litre brew, hopefully. Lovely. I'll get stirring this in. So I have given it a good stir. It's very, very pale though. So anyway, I'll get the sparge plate on and get this mashed in for an hour and a half at 66 degrees Celsius. Nearly at the end of the mash. Nearly at the end of the mash. A very pale colour. Smells lovely as always. Right, so mash is over, 90-minute mash at 66 degrees Celsius, so it's time to start sparging. I'll sparge up to about 28 litres or so, 28 litres, so got 16 litres in there at the moment. So 4 of these 3 litre jugs should do the trick, hopefully. So that was the mash and the sparge done. Moving on to the boil, hop additions, and then the cooling down and into the fermentation vessel. Just coming up to temperature now. Just recirculating just to try and spread the heated water up a little bit more. So you can see it's very, very clear. Should be a good beer, hopefully. So yeah, when this gets up to temperature, 21 grams of target hops will be going in. So we're up to boiling, so it is 21 grams of target hops going in at start of boil. Lovely jubbly. Unfortunately, I've lost my hop bag, so I've had to just add them straight into the top, which is a bit irritating, but I suppose I'll have to get by. Just added 9 grams of steering golden pellets and a proto flock tablet. I forgot to record it though, but I can show you it's in there. Look at the boil rate. Ooh, got a bit seamed up then. We're just about right for 23 litres at the moment. It's boiling at roughly 24, so by the time we get rid of all the sludge, should be about 23 litres. Have a look, not long left now. 6 minutes left. Not too bad. Been a very successful brew day. The water bottle has made a lot of difference in keeping the foam from overspilling, so I'm quite happy with that. So we've reached the end of the boil and we've got the chiller on in there. And also not very well recirculating the water. I assume that's getting blocked. But yeah, very nice colour. Should hopefully come out quite nicely. So yeah, wait for this to cool down properly, and yeah, what do we get? 24, oh, it's about 23ish, we might be able to slightly under. Curious. So that was brew day over. Very successful, no boil overs. The only problem I had was with the filter at the bottom of the Bulldog getting clogged up with the hot pellets, because I actually didn't have anything to put them in, so they just went straight into the Bulldog. I didn't have a bag or a hot slide or anything like that, so inevitable to get blocked. But just blew down blew down the pump, switched pump off, blew down it, and it cleared it for a couple of minutes. But yeah, a bit irritating. Need to invest in some new bags, I think, as well, or a hop spider perhaps, something like that. But yeah, anyway, more of that and on. So that's now fermenting in there. So you pitch the ringwood yeast, and that's bubbling away, along with the Christmas Belgian beer from Brew. That's been bubbling solidly for 3 days in a row now, just non-stop, which is great. There isn't a bubbler on the, there isn't an airlock on the gold, the pale ale. That's it's fermenting though, so that's good. What next? Possibly lager, the Dortmund export from the Bible book. Possibly. I need to see if I can do a temporary conversion on the fridge to obviously temperature control the fermentation for the lager. I brought a little device which I shall go and get for you now. So I brought one of these Inkbirds temperature controller. This is the ITC 308. So I haven't actually opened it up yet, we'll just open the box, but yeah, so there it is all there. So you got your heating and your cooling plug socket and your temperature controller paddle thing. So yeah, so I'll see if I can do a temporary conversion job on the fridge, use perhaps one of the heat pads and the obviously the fridge itself, just to temperature control the beer for 2 weeks, and then I'll invest in a brew fridge of my own rather than pinch my dad's alcohol fridge in the garage. Anyway, I'll think about that one. I may do the London Porter first though, as I'll probably have to seek permission from the old man to pinch his fridge even for a 2-week temporary basis. Best not to aggravate him in that sense. But yes, I'll probably brew the porter next and leave the lager for another day. I don't really like lagers anyway, I'm just doing it as an experiment more than anything else, and as a present for my brother. You can have a few of the lagers. Anyway, that's about it for today. Cameron's Castle Eden Ale. That is brewing, fermenting, and I shall be bottling hopefully in a week and a half, or a week. So anyway, all the best, hope you had a great bank holiday weekend, and yeah, back to the grindstone, eh?